Hello again, Erica. Hello again, Mario.
Hello, teacher.
Where's everybody?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people are sleeping. I should be sleeping. I'm already a big pumpkin. I think I exaggerated in the gelato today. Okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was very hot. And I had a very good, yeah, oh yeah. It's very hot every day. And I had a...
Oh, today is cold in São Paulo.
What a crazy weather. Yesterday was hot, today's cold.
Yes, yesterday it was 32 and now it is 18.
You're kidding me.
But the hot weather will come back tomorrow.
But this is crazy. It's a difference of like 13 degrees from one day to another.
Yes, it's really crazy.
Oh my gosh. That's very good to get sick. That's the only advantage of a change like this.
Yes.
Okay. Here at least it's been hot every day. Okay. It hasn't been cold so far.
It changes every day.
Yeah. Probably it's gonna be like New York. In New York, they say, if you don't like the weather, just wait, it's going to change. Okay?
It's similar, São Paulo.
Yes, probably it's the same. Problem of a big city, okay? All right. As I told you a couple weeks ago, in the advanced class, I would always be preparing the material based on your needs, because you guys have already reached a certain level that I don't know what to give you anymore. I can always bring a new material, reading, but in terms of grammar, I am always asking what you would like to know. Like, I remember Erica asked me something, Maria Eduardo asked me something. Maria Eduardo has sent me the suggestion to show you a very good movie concerning the life of the owner of Amazon. Fantastic story, okay? Fantastic. But the one I saw was in Spanish. So I was looking for one in English to show you, okay? Spanish would be no good, okay?
Okay.
But I found it. So I'm finding a way to introduce in between the topics. And last Friday, 2 students asked me, Claudia, Carol, and Fabio, that they are still having troubles with prepositions. So I tried to prepare a thorough guide with all the prepositions that you can find in English. And I hope to be able to finally solve all your doubts concerning prepositions, because this is something that really poses a problem, okay? Not only for Brazilians. I would say that most foreign and even many native speakers, they use prepositions incorrectly, okay? So without further ado, let me share, because Carol and Raquel is not here. Oh yeah, both are here. Oh my God. Let me do it very fast before I listen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I could almost put all the prepositions within my computer knowledge inside of this circle, except one. And this one is the one that often confuses people. We saw in the previous class, Vanessa asking me to explain again the difference between through and across. And I could not find a way to put across here, okay? I'm not very good at computer, okay? So I always have trouble. And every time I need help, the guys from the IT department are overloaded. They always say, oh, try to look at Google. You always find everything. Oh yeah, thank you a lot. Okay.
For nothing.
Exactly. I never said that, but that's what I had in my mind. Thanks for nothing. Okay. But anyway, oh, I think this is the best way to visualize and to understand 90% of the prepositions of time or place. Why? Because if you have in your mind this circle, it's very easy for you before using imagine. Where is it in this circle? Oh, okay. So you know the preposition. So right in the center here, I have in. But in, it's inside of the circle. So it can be anywhere. It can be here at the top. It can be here. It can be here. It can be here. It can be here. Can you see my cursor there or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. At least this is working. Okay, so it can be anywhere. And this area can be any place. Can be a country like Brazil. Can be a state like São Paulo or Minas. It's not, or even Amazon. Okay? It can be a city like Belém. It can be Floripa. It can be São Paulo. Okay? It can be a part of a city like Butantã, Jardins. I don't know, many places. Okay? Jabaquara. I remember. One more, because of the subway. Yes, we'll go from Santana to Jabaquara. The in-betweens I don't remember. Okay, so it's not important where you are in this pink circle. If you are inside of it, you always say in. So imagine that we are talking over the phone and you ask me, teacher, where are you now? Oh, I'm still in Europe. Okay, but where are you in Europe? I am in Belgium. See, in Belgium. Belgium is very small, but it's in Belgium. Where are you in Belgium? I'm in the West Flanders. Because here it's so small, they don't have states. They only have provinces or areas, okay? West Flanders. Where are you in the West Flanders? I am in Wareham. Wareham, that's the name of the city, okay? Now, don't ask me where I am in Wareham because there is no name for this neighborhood, understand? It's a very small city, so probably it's downtown, but we don't use a preposition before downtown. We just say I'm downtown, okay? We don't say in downtown, okay? Downtown. So anywhere inside of this pink circle, you are always in. In Brazil, in the south of Brazil, in the southeastern part of Brazil, in Minas, okay, in São Paulo, in São Bernardo, in São Caetano, and then in a neighborhood inside of São Bernardo, São Caetano, or even São Paulo, it's in, okay? Now, if I change to the preposition on, you see where the position of on is? It's not in the side of the circle. It's in one limited area of the circle. I can even draw a line here from one side to the other and put on the line. It would be like inside of the circle, but in one specific line. So for example, where are you in Wareham? I am on Snapstraat, okay? That's the name of the street. Snapstraat, okay? It's just the name of the street. Like when you go to São Paulo, where do you usually stay? I usually stay in a flat there. Where's the flat? It's in Jardins, okay? Where in Jardins? On Rua Oscar Freire, okay? So that is a street. So this street, Oscar Freire, it's in Jardins. Understand this? So far, no problem. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, if you have any problem, say slow down, teacher. Now, if you look at the circle, I'm going to zoom, not to any place here or one line here. I mean one smaller circle at one specific place inside of this big pink circle. In this case, you're being specific. Then every time you are really specific, the preposition changes to at. For example, where are you? I'm in São Paulo. Where? In Jardins. Where in Jardins? On Rua Oscar Freire. Where exactly? At 244 Rua Oscar Freire. Have you ever observed that the numbers outside Brazil come always first before the name of the street?
Yes.
Why? Because when you send a letter, it goes to, for example, 7 Snapstraat, Warrenham, Belgium. Understand? That is one specific house on Snapstraat. Okay? This Snapstraat is on. The house is at the number 7. Understand this? So if you give the number of the house, the name of the street, the preposition is at. If you give only the name of the street, the preposition is on. And if you just give me the neighborhood, the preposition is in. In for the city, in for the state, in for the country. As a big area, all right? Now, this area, this pink area can be in relation to place, as I was explaining, or also time. For example, Brazil was discovered in 1500. That's the year, okay? When? It was in April. It's a month. Okay, but when in April? Is it April? I forgot. On April 22nd, yes? Is it April 22nd, 1500?
I don't remember.
Is that the discovery of Brazil? I think it is, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
1500. 22
Yeah, but-
April.
Yes?
22nd April.
Yeah,
Yes.
April 22.
Oh, thank you, yes.
Google said.
Okay, you're fast. Yes, you're fast, okay? My Google, I think it's sleeping by now, okay? Because every time I say something, Google says, here is the answer to your pa. I'm not even talking to him. He's just sleeping now because he didn't say anything. So Brazil was discovered on April 22nd. If I say April, I use in. But if I use one day of April, the preposition changes to on because it's one day inside of a month. And if you give me the time, it's at. Okay, like I was born in 1960. I was born in July. I was born on July 22nd. I was born at 5:30 in the morning on July 22nd. At 5:30 in the morning on July 22nd in 1960. Period. Understand this or no?
Yeah.
We'll have many examples, okay? I just want you to visualize what I'm trying to explain in the circle, okay? Now, we have here the preposition to. You see, to is going straight in the direction of the circle. So every time you're going to one area, the preposition is always to. To means destination, to São Paulo, to Campinas, to the hospital, to prison, okay? To school. It's a place, so I'm going to. You always go to, okay? Now, if you're leaving this place, the preposition changes to from. Like, where are you from? I'm from Brazil. But do you live in Brazil? No, I live in Europe. Oh, but I thought it was not possible for Brazilians to come to Europe. Yes, but I'm also Italian, so it's possible. Okay?
Your
And
mother was
also-
Italian.
My mother was Spanish, okay? And my father was Italian. So
Okay.
it was, I could apply for either citizenship, okay? Spanish or Italian. But Italian was easier because my brothers had already gotten all the documents, understand?
Okay.
So it was a piece of cake for me, okay? For
Why they
them,
came to Brazil?
I'm sorry?
Why they came to Brazil?
Who came to Brazil? My
Your
grandparents? My parents?
Yeah.
Well, because in 1929, there was something called the Great Recession of
Okay.
1929, okay?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's very funny because the family of my mother, they lost everything they had. They had a fishing boat in Spain. They lost everything. And they moved to Brazil in the hope of restarting a new life. And that was from Spain. And the family of my father including, also lost everything with the Great Recession, understand? And they also moved, both families moved down to Brazil. My father met my mother down in Brazil, okay?
Really nice.
Yes, they were born right after, okay? They were, I think both of them went to Brazil when they were babies because they were born in the 1930, 31, right after the Great Recession, okay?
Okay.
And there is a very funny story because, especially concerning the family of my mother, they were in the fishing business here and they moved to Brazil. And for some reason, they decided to continue in the fishing business, understand?
Mm-hmm.
And today, they've got an empire, an empire. If you Google a company called Bom Peixe, okay?
Uh-huh.
It belongs to all my cousins, belongs to my mother's family, understand?
Uh-huh.
Just for you to have an idea, they manufacture, they, let's say, produce 100 tons of fish per day.
Oh my God, a
Per
lot.
day?
Per day. It's not, it's
Wow.
not a small company,
Uh-huh.
okay? And they supply all the major supermarkets in Brazil. They have weekly deliveries in Belém. They have weekly deliveries in Natal, João Pessoa, Recife, all over. They supply all the Carrefours, they supply all the Extra, okay? All the Pão de Açúcar. Every fish you buy in these places, they have sold. The name of the company is Bom Peixe. If you Google,
Yeah,
yes,
it's in Piracicaba.
yes, that's where they move it, right on the banks of the river Piracicaba. And they would fish and sell. But today they bring fish from all over the world. They receive an airplane loaded with fish every day in Viracopos, and they transport to Piracicaba. But if you go to Google and see the video of the company, you're going to be impressed. It's really big. I myself was impressed because I was out of Brazil for many years. And when I went back, I went to visit them and I said, holy moly, what is this? They had changed it well, it was kind of small when I lived here. But now it's huge, huge. Like more than 200 trucks only to deliver fish. Okay? It's really big. And it's very funny because the guy who is the CEO and president of the company, we both have the same name. We share the same name. If you check for the CEO, Roberto Garcia. Okay? Yes, we have the same name, but he doesn't have the other part, okay? But we have the same name. Even the logistic is supplied by RGL, I think is Roberto Garcia Logistics, something like this, okay? We are cousins and we have the same name. So when I call the company, they think I'm the boss, okay? The only difference is the accent, okay? They have a very bad accent in Piracicaba, okay?
Really?
Piracicaba, as they say there, Piracicaba. Okay? I'm not even going to tell you how they call me there, that you are going to laugh till you crack, okay?
How did you?
Anyway.
Roberto.
No, I wish. That's in Italy.
Roberto.
No, it's only Berto. Berto.
Roberto.
Berto. Berto.
Berto.
Berto. Você tá bem, Berto? Oh my God.
It's very funny.
Yes, that's why the last time I was there, I think was about 15 years ago. Okay.
Oh, teacher.
No, but they are nice people. Anyway, to is always going to, from is from. Like all the fish, all the salmon you can buy in Brazil, they import from Chile. And then they sell to other fishing companies in Brazil, but they are the only importer. Okay, they are the company who has the license to import salmon. Okay, and they used to have. Is there someone here from Porto Velho or no?
No.
Okay, they used to have also a company in Porto Velho, was a kind of a subsidiary. Okay, they would buy the fish in the area there and fly it down to São Paulo. Okay, so from to, no problem.
No.
No.
Toward, you can say, teacher, I've seen towards. It's the same. American English, British English. Okay, toward or towards, no difference. It's the same word. Okay, with S or without S. Towards means in the direction, or as Erica likes, in the direction of. It's not to. Okay, so when I was young, that was 100 years ago, I used to travel hitchhiking, you know, standing on the road and asking for a ride. And some nice guys would stop sometimes. Imagine that I was trying to go to Floripa, from São Paulo to Floripa. It would be impossible. The guy would ask me, where are you going? And I would say, well, actually, I'm going to Floripa. But are you going towards Floripa? No, I'm going to Salvador. Oh, thank you very much. The guy was going the opposite way, understand? So toward or towards means in the direction of. It's not necessarily to, but if it's in the direction of, I could get out of the car somewhere and get another ride. Exactly, okay? So toward gives the idea of in the direction of. Then not the opposite, but on the other side, we have away from. You see, you're moving away from this area. Or I can say, get away from me. Okay? That means far from, away from me. And then in this circle, I could draw a line going from one side to the other side. I tried to draw one line going from here only to here, which would be across. Across would need to be from one side of the circle to the other side of the circle without crossing the boundaries. Understand? That would be the perfect across. And through, no, through would be from one side to the other side and going out. Okay?
Yes.
Then, three more important prepositions. Onto, into, out of.
Teacher.
Into, yes, Carol.
Sorry, can you give me an example to towards? Toward or towards?
Towards.
Towards, yes, towards.
Okay. For example, this doesn't mean to a certain place. It means in the direction of this place. Okay? Using the word, oh, I'm going to write something for you down here, okay?
Okay.
Using the word with any prefix here, like toward or towards or backwards or sidewards or forward, okay? I always have the idea that is in the direction of the side, in the back direction, in the direction of a certain place, or forward means to transfer something to another person, to forward it, okay? There are many words with the suffix word. Towards, backwards, sidewards, okay? Like when you're driving, you always go towards a certain place. Sometimes you leave your house to go to a place, but in order to get there, you drive towards there, understand? That's not necessarily to there. As I said, I would hitchhike from Campinas to Floripa. Impossible to get one right. First, I would need probably to go to São Paulo, maybe Curitiba, then Floripa. But I would always say, are you going towards São Paulo? Yes, hop in. Then I would go in. Near São Paulo, oh, thank you. Yes,
can I use it, for example, I was driving toward the roadway, or no, in this case is...
The roadway? What do you mean the roadway?
No, in the teacher, no, in this case, no, it's wrong.
But what do you mean the roadway? I don't understand the word roadway. Is it the belt line around São Paulo?
The roads, teacher, roads.
No, then would be along. Driving along. Towards is in the direction of. This is the perfect definition. In the direction of, not necessarily to.
Okay.
For example, where do you work? Well, somewhere towards Rio. You see, it's not in Rio, but it's in the direction or in the direction of Rio. Okay?
Okay. I got it.
Okay. I want to talk about into, onto, and out of. Oh, these three prepositions are only used when I have a movement. If there is no action of movement, I cannot use them. Imagine, for example, a swimming pool. Can you imagine a swimming pool?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay. Let me see who is in the swimming pool. Who is feeling hot
Yes.
today? Well, Erica said it's cold in São Paulo, so maybe it's hot in Belém. Is it hot in Belém, Raquel?
Manaus, teacher.
Manaus. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Manaus
Not
always
even
is
close.
Manaus is always hot.
Yes, after this, I'm going to drink some water. Is it hot there? So you are in the pool.
Okay.
So where is Raquel? She is in the pool, right?
Yes.
So I come around and I say, how is the water? She says, it's awesome. And then I decide to try. And then I jump. When I jump.
Into the pool.
Exactly. You see, because you have the movement. So I jumped into the pool, but I was there for like 5 seconds because in my opinion, the water was freezing. It was not nice. So what did I do? I got out of the pool as fast as I could. So into and out of always have a movement. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
When I say, I saw Mary getting out of the car and running. I don't know what happened. Okay? Getting out of the car and running. But I didn't see her getting into the car. It's always with the movement. You can say, okay, but what about on to? Well, that is when you don't go into, you go on to. For example, when you stop a person on the street to ask for directions, how do you like that, Erica? Directions, okay?
Directions.
Like, excuse me, sir, do you know where Bank of Brazil is located here? Oh, yeah, sure. Just walk down the street about 2 blocks and then you turn onto street ABC, walk on it for like about 1 block, and then you turn left onto another street name, and Bank of Brazil is going to be on your right-hand side. You see, when you turn right, you don't turn right into a street. Into a street only if there is a big hole that you can fall into the hole. But usually you turn onto, okay? Because you have the movement. Or sometimes, I think you have all seen this, especially when there is an assault in a bank, there is always one person that jumps onto the counter and starts, this is an assault, everybody gets down, or I'll kill you, blah, 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 blah. A lot of bad names, understand? And the guy jumps onto the counter, not into, because if he jumps into means he broke the counter. Okay, so he jumps onto the counter, okay?
Okay.
And then you stop at a surface, okay? You don't go into that. That's the difference. On, onto, with the movement. In, into, okay? Beside, which is the same of next to, is beside a place, beside an area. Like I would say that São Caetano is beside Santo André or São Bernardo. Is it something like this, Carol, or no?
Yes.
Or next to, it's the same, okay? Beside, next to, they are synonyms. And then if we look inside of the pink circle, we also have inside of and within, okay? What is the difference between in, inside of, and within? There is a little difference. In, if I tell you, for example, I'm sorry, I gotta go to the restroom, the washroom, but I'll be back in 5 minutes. So you can sit down and wait 5 minutes because I'll be back in 5, okay? If I say, I'll be back within 5 minutes, can be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the maximum. Okay, Carol? In a contract, this is important. I need your report in 3 days. Okay, within 3 days. That means tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and the deadline is the day after tomorrow. Okay? Within 3 days. Okay? That's not in 3 days. And inside of is inside of a certain limit area. Okay? So the only preposition, no, I have more here. Yes, I have to see more. Okay, yes. Many people confuse over with above, under with below, or beneath. Do you guys know the difference or no?
Over is exactly above the pointing, the one specific point, no?
That's
Over is exactly above. That's good, Carol. I like it.
I try.
No, but you see, if you stop to think, it's not so imprecise, okay? No, because there is a certain relationship between both. Maybe what you are trying to say is that over is when you are exactly above a reference point, okay?
Yes.
Exactly. For example, I'm sitting here in front of the computer. There is nothing in between the computer and me. There is no street, there is nothing. The computer is not even on the other side of the table. It's right in front of me, okay? This is my mug. I use it to drink coffee, but at this time of night, I drink water, okay? Or I'm not going to sleep. So if I put the computer here, the mug here, the mug, I don't know if you can see it.
No.
See? Can you see it? It's on the computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the book is on the table, the mug is on the computer. Now, if I move it here, the mug is over the computer.
Okay.
Because it, as Carol was trying to say, it's in the same direction, exactly the same, over. Okay? If I put it here, can you see the mug now? It's not on my head. It's over my head, but it's above the computer. Above means at a higher position than a certain place, not necessarily in the exact position of the
Okay, okay.
okay? And the same thing with under and below. Under is exactly below a certain place, like Carol said. And below is anywhere, not necessarily under a place. That's why in the famous song, Imagine, when John Lennon recorded, he said, no hell below us, and above us, only sky. Well, in Portuguese, if you translate this, oops, below is wrong. If you translate this, you might think, oh, John Lennon didn't like hell. He only wanted the sky. Yes, John Lennon didn't want a hell or heaven, because in English you have two words for which in Portuguese there is only one. In Portuguese, we have only one word to refer to the place where the good boys and the good girls and the good dogs, not the cats, the good dogs go, okay? Cats, in my opinion, they go to hell, understand? But the good dogs go to heaven, okay? I'm sorry if you are a cat lover. I'm sorry if there is any cat lover in class, but I don't feel very comfortable with cats. Okay? Yes, I don't like it, and I think they don't like me either, okay? Because every time I walk by a cat, they go like, meow. And I do the same, meow, okay? Like, get away from me.
But in the Egypt teacher, in the back there, like before God, they say the cats were the guardians of the hell.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't like them. I don't know. Okay.
About eating, teacher.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I don't get close to them. Okay, I don't want to go to hell. Okay. But observe how interesting. When Lennon said no hell below us, his hypothetical mind imagined a world where there would be no hell for the bad people and no heaven.
No heaven.
Because he said, and above us, only sky. And the sky is what we can see. Like if you look at my photograph in the background, I think there is a beautiful sky. It was a blue sky. Yes, it was a beautiful day today. Very blue sky, no clouds. Understand? This is what Lennon wanted. Above us, only the sky. And the sky is above us because it's over our head. It's over there. So it's above. Okay? Okay. So, and beneath, teacher. You didn't talk about beneath. Yes, it's the same of under. Beneath the table, under the table, beneath. Okay? But this is like old English. You can find it in books, but in everyday's conversation, they always tend to use smaller words. So they prefer to use just under or below, okay?
Beneath is the same below?
Yes, the same of below, under. Did I talk about all the prepositions here? In, inside, from, away.
Oh, teacher, inside of, you told what it means?
Inside of a place. Like
only
it's the same of in practically, okay?
Okay.
Okay, inside of a place. Usually I have of a place, okay? Okay, so as I said, I tried. You see, I wrote a cross here because my intention was to put a cross from here to here, but I couldn't do it. One day I'm gonna learn how to do that. I think when I grow up, okay? Well, imagine that the pink circle refers to a large area, place or time. If you are anywhere inside of this circle, you can say you are in. And then look at the examples below. We have here In relation to place, Latin America, in Brazil, in the south of Brazil, in Campinas, in Jardim Santa Ginebra, that's in Campinas, in Europe, in the USA, in prison, in China, and so on, okay? This large area can also be in relation to time. So we also say in 1978, in January, in February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. We say in the winter, in the spring, in the summer, in the fall. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But for some strange reason, we say at night. Okay, we don't say in the night, we say at night. Oh, teacher, but I heard a song, Strangers in the Night. Yes, me too. But that's not correct. We say at night, but that would not be appropriating the song. Strangers at night. No, it doesn't sound good. In the night sounds better. You see, if we limit this large area to a single line, for example, the line around the circle or a line inside of the circle, we change the preposition to on. On Avenida José Rocha Bonfim, on Fifth Avenue, on Champs-Élysées, on a farm, okay? Carol, you don't say, my parents live in a farm. Don't ask me why. They say on a farm, even if it's big, you say on a farm. Malta, usually we say in Malta, but when you go to an island, usually you say on an island, on a farm, on an island, okay? Like Manaus, if it were Belém, maybe that's why I was thinking about Belém, because you have on Marajó, okay? It's an island, it's big. Probably many people would use in, but the correct preposition before names of island is on. We also use on the first floor, on the third floor, on the fourth floor, on the second floor, okay? And just to, this limited line inside of the big circle or on the edge, it can also be in relation to time. So we say on July 22nd, on December 25th, on Christmas Day, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We also say on Easter Day. I wanted to write this here because of the exceptions we have with at. At we always use for definite places, like at 214 Avenue José Rocha Bonfim. Observe that by adding the number, we change the preposition from on to at, since now it's a specific place on a certain street. At 376 Fifth Avenue, 3456 Champs-Élysées, okay? But at can also be used to refer to specific times, at 5 p.m., at lunchtime, at Christmas, at Easter. That's why I wanted to put on Christmas Day. Oh. Okay, on Christmas Day, on Easter Day. But when we talk about the period of time, we say at Christmas. I think I'll go home at Christmas. You see, it's not on Christmas Day. We are talking about the period of the year. And we also say at Easter, okay? At night, at the top of the building. We say on the first floor, on the second floor, on the third floor, but we say at the top because that is one specific place. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but we say at the beginning of the morning, at the beginning of the afternoon, okay? We also use, for example, at the beginning of the movie, at the end of the movie, not in the end. In the end means finally. At the end means at the very end, the very last minute of the movie, not finally, okay?
Okay.
And then if you keep going on, you will see examples with all the prepositions that I listed there. To São Paulo, to Brazil, to school, to prison. If we are coming from a certain place, we say from Brazil, from the USA. If we are crossing this large area from one side to another, but without crossing the borders of it, we use across. across the street, across the river, across the city. But if we are moving in the direction or direction of a certain area or even time, but not to this place or area or time, we use toward or towards. It's the same. That's why I wrote toward there and towards here, just to show you that it's the same. And then towards and around, I couldn't draw a line around, okay? So I decided to explain. I could only draw straight lines. So around is when you are going around the circle, okay? So we use this with many verbs, like, what are you doing? Nothing, I'm just walking around. Or if you are by car, you can say, I'm driving around, I'm biking around. And if you're doing nothing, you can just say, oh, nothing, I'm just fooling around. That means spending time fooling around, okay?
Mhm.
Well, most of the prepositions are here. But when people tell me, teacher, I always have problems with prepositions. I think the biggest problem is not really prepositions. How did you know that, Carol?
Ah, because it's my problem, of course. I never know.
Exactly. That's why I prepared a special session. And I didn't know this, Carol. When you asked me to talk about prepositions, I decided to talk about all prepositions. But
the big problem.
Yes, I dedicated a special session. Okay, so it's even separate here.
Mhm.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Oh, there is a special session. The difference between 2 and 4. Yes.
Okay. I memorize it.
Yes.
For example, responsible for. I'm only memorize it because I am not able to understand.
Yes, but maybe if you read the way I wrote here, it will be easier for you. Oh, of course, you do have certain verbs that require 2 and certain verbs that require 4. But that is not the problem of the preposition, it's the verb.
Mm-hmm.
But if you read only this part, Carol, you have like 6 reasons for using 2 and 6 reasons for using 4. Okay, for example, destination, always 2. Time, 10 to 3. Okay, distance, a mile from this place to the other place. Comparing, prefer going out to staying. Given, I gave a nice gift to my brother. It's always to my brother. A motive or a reason with a verb, like I went there, why? To visit her. For, we use when the idea is benefits, like fibers are good for your digestion. Period of time, we've lived in Italy for 2 years. Schedule. I made an appointment with my dentist for October 2nd. When you agree with something, are you for or against the civil rights bill? And I'm getting there. Doing something to help someone, like could you carry these bags for me? That means to help me, but we say for me, okay? A motive or reason. Here is probably the difference. So number 6. As you can see in number 6, 2 and 4 can be used for a motive or reason. But the point is, 2 is always used with a verb. 4 is always used with a noun. Like, I came to Europe to work. I came to Europe for a new job. Can you see the difference? Both are correct. Okay? I went there to deliver something. I went there for getting something. Okay? All right? You can say, let's go out to drink something. Let's go out for a beer. Okay? After 4, we always something. And after to, we usually use a verb. To drink a beer, for a beer. We'll come back to this point tomorrow. All right, girls?
Okay.
I will just wrap it up tomorrow. And then I hope that by the end of the day tomorrow or the end of the night, you have cleared all your questions, all right? I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you girls, see you guys, see you everyone tomorrow at the same time, all right?
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you,
See you.
teachers. See you.
Bye
Sorry if
bye.
I talk it's too much, but I felt it was necessary to talk, to explain
Yes.
this, okay?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's true.
All right? Bye-bye,
All right.
guys. See you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye, Regina.